Dawes, who has the distance, I reckon, from here. They've taken their shots all day from here. Had to stick, didn't it?
Yep.
No blocking, no pushing, guys.
He's had 3 shots on goal today and missed them all.
They've all been missing right down this end.
It's a chance. It's straight enough, but it hasn't quite got the distance. I'm not sure if that's a good result.
I think if St Kilda, you'd prefer to be kicking in from fullback than a boundary throw in.
Can't rule out a draw either. St Kilda down by a point. Wrong end of the ground for the Saints though. Jolly battles with Blake, who's been manful. Spills behind the pack. Goddard, the look-away hand pass. Dawson, ball jarred out of there. Swan, Shepherd's for side bottom. Has the shot. Off target, going back. Wilt takes the mark.
Got to go. You've got to go and take the punt, don't you? Otherwise you'll never get out.
Wilt has been terrific. Kicks outside the defensive 50. What a mark! Revolt.
That's one way of getting it out, Lee.
Yep. Yeah, trouble is he's about 50 metres from where they would like him now. They want him on the end of this kick.
Just a rolling huddle for St Kilda and Collingwood. Milne and Ben Johnson right down in the forward square for St Kilda.
Goddard the target. O'Brien.
Here we go, 1-1.
Hayes belting the ball forward. Johnson quickly off the mark. Milne at best. Ball bouncing. Scores a level.
Oh, no.
What are you doing next week?
Gee whiz. Do you take the ball there, Stephen Milne?
I think he was going to try and take it. It just bounced out of his reach.
So Johnson belts it as far as he can. He's sure up. Free kick.
Who tipped the draw?
So not the band.
So against Gilbert, sure outnumbered, the Saints concede a free. Down the line he goes.
In front, Blake got a fist on it. Knocks it out of bounds. Well, how's their scores a level? Boundary throw in at the interchange gates. Collingwood know all about draws in the grand final. What a remarkable game. I think the odds makers would favour a draw. Clean possession is vital here. Thomas tries to slap it out. Kaczynski. In went Tuvey. Tracking the football back towards halfback is Reid. Comes to Del Santo. Taken down. 56 seconds to go. Clock stops at 54.
Where's Barry Breen?
This was almost the spot he kicked it from, wasn't it?
It was about probably 40 metres closer to goal, but
that'll do.
Yeah. Surge it forward, both sides. Just surge it forward.
Who can get this kick? Ray belts it forward. Swan chasing Hayes. Montagna kicks to 20 metres. Anything will do for the Saints. Kaczynski couldn't quite. O'Brien, Milne, still Milne. Johnson hanging on hard. Well done. Ball still in dispute. Out to shore. We had a draw in 1948 and a draw in 1977. Graham hard at it. Blair. And the odds are shortening.
Huge play by Graham. He left his opponent, McCaffrey, to make the outnumber. If the ball went over the top, the Pies are away.
All St Kilda were trying to do was force it through from that 30 metres out. Great defence by Collingwood.
Have we ever spent 2 hours at the MCG like this before?
I don't think so, Bruce. Montagna kicks inside the 50, punched out. Pendlebury's over the football, down to 15 seconds. Collingwood, though, controlling the ball. Thomas to the wing. Jolly knocked away by Blake.
There it is.
Thrown in. I think we've got a draw, ladies and gentlemen.
One last clearance, one last chance. Can somebody get a clear ball here and kick it long and hard? Goddard, the tap. Del Santo. It's going to be a draw. It's unbelievable. But it's happened. A picture paints 1,000 words.
Well, We saw it, what is it now, 1977?
And 48. 1948, Essendon and Melbourne.
I didn't say 48, but I saw 77, and every player out there was thinking, oh, not again. We don't have to go through this week's tension again.
In 77, Collingwood led by 27 points at three-quarter time. Today, they led by 24 at half-time.
Interesting here, the St Kilda players all getting up. They want to portray a really strong, positive self-image at the moment.
There will be a Norm Smith medalist given today as well as next week.
Remember we said in that, I remember Baron Barassi said to his North Melbourne team, we played bad today and we salvaged a draw. When I think you look at the key stats of the inside 50s, 35 inside 50s in a grand final, perfect conditions for a drawn game means you've salvaged a draw, I reckon.
Let's go down to Richo.
Well, Nick, it's a very eerie, stunned feeling, everyone around the ground. What's your immediate thoughts, mate?
Oh, mate, I don't know if I've ever seen 44 guys go to war like we just did then. That was amazing. And it's probably going to take this for the AFL to change the rule because it's an absolute joke. There's no way it should be decided after another game. Guys come here for a win or a loss, and that's what we should be leaving with. So we'll look forward to next week, mate, and use the hurt we're feeling now, let a lead go, and we'll come back next week.
What are you going to say to the boys when you get into the rooms?
Mate, I've got no idea. I've got no idea, to be honest. I'm spent.
Oh, mate, good luck getting there and talking.
Thanks, mate.
Collingwood led for an hour and 55, St Kilda for 6 minutes.
Well,
let's down to Tim Watson.
Well, Brendan, it's an unusual feeling. That's obviously with your group, it's with Collingwood, it's with everybody here in the grandstands at the moment. What's going through your mind?
Oh, mate, I can't begin to explain. It's just, boys did really well. They obviously dominated the second quarter, and we just wanted to come out and get back to basics and really fight. A burning desire just wasn't good enough in the end, and geez, I don't know what to say. We're back here next week.
Well, your performance was magnificent today. That's the thing. I mean, you've got to regroup again. You've got to get back here again in a week's time.
Yeah, that's fine. Can't change the rules. Just accept it. Only control the controllables. So, mate, we'll regroup, look at a few things during the week, and recover well. Just wrecked my holiday plans.
Well, you called all the players in together as a group there. What was said?
Just to stay positive. There's obviously a weird feeling, and you feel dejected's the right word. It was weird. It was a weird feeling, really strange. You can listen to the crowd, mate. 100,000 people just. You probably would never think of this happening. We joked about it during the week, and could probably jinx ourselves in the end.
I know it's not what this game is all about, but you may get the opportunity to win 2 Norm Smith medals in a row.
Do they hand one out today, do they?
They do.
That's a strange thing. But, mate, geez.
Thanks for your time.
It's going to be, it's just going to be build up during the week, and you put so much effort into it, and, there's no tomorrow. It was war today, and it's not too often you come back and fight another war a week later, so we're up for it, mate. We're here till the end. We're here till the last second, so all the way.
Congratulations on your performance today. Well done.
Cheers.
He's a good man to have on your side, that guy, isn't he? Let's go down to Andrew Demetrio, who's with Richo.
Andrew, there's a lot of stunned people around. Where to from here? What happens now?
Well, look, we'll come back next week. We'll have a meeting, which we've always got scheduled as a contingency in about half an hour, and we'll put out a statement about ticketing arrangements and so forth. But there'll be a game here next Saturday at 2:30.
The immediate reaction of some of the players was, that they don't, they were stunned. They want the game. They want a result. Would you ever consider changing this after what's happened now?
Oh, look, we'd have to sit back on the quiet of day, Matthew, and look at that. But, I mean, everyone knew going into this game that there's no time on in grand final. We certainly didn't expect the draw, but it was an unbelievable game, and hopefully we'll get a winner next week.
Thanks for your time, Andrew.
Thanks, Matthew.
I think the Norm Smith medal announcement's about to come up. Oh, the two Nicks, eh?
I love that attitude of Brendan Goddard.
Oh, it's great.
That's the attitude. We're coming back next week.
And speaking of Brendan Goddard, I reckon his name's going to be called out in a moment. We don't know, but let's go down to Craig Willis.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're back here next week at 2:30 at the MCG for a replay of the 2010 Toyota AFL Grand Final. I'm going to invite both captains to say a few words, and I'll start with Nick Maxwell, the captain of the Collingwood Football Club.
Thank you, 100,000 people, just amazing atmosphere. Thanks for coming along, and we'll see you all next week.
Thanks, Nick. We'll hear from Nick Riewoldt in just a moment. And I think now I'm going to invite a man who was a part of a wonderful West Coast Premiership team in 1992 and a Norm Smith medalist in his own right, Peter Matera, to announce the Norm Smith medalist here at this match.
2010 Norm Smith medal for the drawing game, Lenny Hayes.
You have to bear with me. I've lost my voice, but we'll come back next week. Thanks for all the supporters for coming out. See you next week. Thank you.
Lenny Hayes, the Norm Smith medalist. And now let's hear from St Kilda skipper Nick Riewoldt.
Thanks everyone for coming out. Obviously it's pretty unique situation, so I encourage everyone to get back here next week for what I'm sure is going to be a great contest. Thanks a lot.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll look forward to seeing you all here at the MCG next Saturday for a replay of the 2010 Toyota AFL Grand Final.
So the president with Nathan Buckley and also Nick Maxwell and the coach Michael Malthouse. It is a weird old feeling, no doubt about that. Thought Goddard would have got it. Hayes played magnificently. He missed the All-Australian team. He gets a Norm Smith medal. You wouldn't begrudge him that, but geez, the Saints, you just feel like, I mean nothing here next week. You just feel like the Saints right now are really positive, aren't they?
Got a feeling St Kilda are just walking. The lad might even do a few strike-throughs just to get rid of the lactic, because they're now in recovery mode.
Down to you, Tim.
Well, the reason why St Kilda are moving across to the other side of the ground is that for some unknown reason, the rooms are actually flooded downstairs. So at the moment, the players can't actually go into the change rooms where they actually got changed at the beginning of the game. So they're trying to transfer all their clothing, all their belongings across to the old rooms, which are on the other side of the ground, and then they'll do their warm-up down there. Collingwood are going to be faced with the same problem. They haven't left the ground at the moment, but they'll be confronted with exactly the same problem.
Who said the flood was dead?
The press has been replaced by the flood. Well, more to come from the MCG on an unforgettable last Saturday in September.